Hello. Welcome on back to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing well. Today's video has been a long time coming. Ever since I joined this little thing called social media, one of the top requests I get is to share with you all my skincare routine, and today I'm finally making that a reality. Now, disclaimer, this video is going to be a little longer than most, only because I promised myself that if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it right. I want to share with you exactly every step I take and every product I use to achieve what many refer to as my glass skin. So without further ado, let's get started. All right, so obviously I have a face full of makeup on. I don't usually wear, makeup at all unless I'm having to be in front of the camera, and it's been a long work day for me. I have been working since 5 a.m. It's 9 p.m. now, so needless to say, I'm really looking forward to taking this all off. The very first step I do before I wash my face is I put my hair out of my face. You guys know that one of my pet peeves is getting makeup or skincare or anything like that into my hairline. It's like nails going down a chalkboard for me. So I first put my hair out of my face, I give my hands a really good wash, and then I proceed into my skincare routine. The very first product that I use is the Elemis Pro Collagen Naked Cleansing Balm. And what I do is I grab a small amount of this and I apply it directly onto my face. And I'm putting it in just in the general areas before I really start working it in. If you see me looking over here, it's because I have my mirror over here. Now, if you saw the video I posted a few weeks ago where I demonstrated using this product on a model, you know my love for this product. After I posted that video, y'all went crazy with ordering that, which made me so happy because, I'm really wanting to get more into skincare as I pursue my YouTube career here. It's something that I've always had a passion for. In fact, I had a passion for skincare before I ever did for makeup. And after that, the success of that video, and after how many of you went out to go get the product, Elemis reached out and they said, hey, do you want to partner up with us again for another video? And of course, I didn't have to think twice about it because I love the product, I love the brand, and I use this product every day anyways. Now, usually I use the original one. It's this one here. This is the one I also used in the video. I don't know why I have so many of these. I do use this every day. This one smells really good, but they just came out with this naked one, which means it's naked of any perfumes or fragrances, which is really nice for people who are sensitive to that. Like myself, I don't really care for fragrances much in my skincare. I kind of like it to be simple, unless it's like that really earthy spa-like smell, which is what the original smells like. As you see here, as I'm talking with y'all, I'm really working this into my skin and I'm allowing it to work its magic. I'm breaking down the layers and layers and layers of the makeup I have on. Now, believe it or not, as I said, I don't usually wear makeup except for days where I'm having to be in front of the camera and work. But even when I don't wear makeup, I always do a double cleanse every single night, because it's not just the makeup that I'm breaking down, it's the oils that have accumulated throughout the day, the dirt, the pollutants. So I'm just needing to break all those down before I proceed on with the next cleanse, because I'll tell you this, a double cleanse is where it's at. If you're not already doing it, you have to start. It's literally, once you start, you can never go back. And it's something I've only been doing for the last year and a half, and holy cow, it's something that I'll never go without again. And this product is really unique because it's like 3 cleansers in one. It goes on like a makeup balm. It's safe around the eyes and everything. It doesn't irritate me. And then it breaks down into like this oil once it starts breaking down the makeup. And then once you add a little water to it, it turns into this like cleansing milk. Let me grab some water. Let me show you. Okay, so I have a little water. You hear it? I didn't really think this out. I guess I should have like set this up in my bathroom in front of a sink, but listen, we live and we learn. So I just add a little bit of water to my fingertips, and then, holy cow, by the way, I look crazy. And it starts emulsifying into like this cleansing milk, as I said. And this is usually the longest step of my makeup, skincare, in process, is cleaning my skin, because not only do I enjoy it, it just feels really relaxing, Something I like about this cleansing balm is that it doesn't dry out your skin. Like, you know what I mean? When you've used different facial cleansers before and it gets your skin clean, but your face just feels like so dry after using it. Like you blink and you feel like your skin's gonna crack. And whenever that happens to me, it always turns out to be a disaster because my skin feels so dry, feels so stripped of its natural oils that my skin ends up breaking out because the pores, my oil glands are having to go into like overdrive trying to compensate for the lack of oils because of that facial cleanser stripped it. That's why I love a cleansing balm, is because it doesn't strip your skin. It leaves it feeling really nice. It breaks down everything. And besides just for my own skincare routine, as you saw in the video that I posted a few videos back using this, I use this exact one on my clients all the time if I'm having to clean their skin, because you're not really having to get real messy with water and all that. It doesn't go everywhere. It just feels really nice. Once I really feel like, you know, things are starting to separate and ready to be wiped off, I'm taking this little towelette that the cleansing balm comes with when you buy the product, and as you can see, it just glides right off everything. Oh my god, it feels so good. Oh. And I'm not being too harsh with this either. Like you'll notice with a lot of my application, I'm really gentle with my skin, especially around the eyes. I don't want to tug or pull anything. And if I need to really get in there in between the lashes, I will use a Q-tip. But for the most part, I'm really soft and really gentle and delicate. So as I said earlier, I know a lot of you guys went out to go get this cleansing balm a few weeks ago when I first used it on camera, and I was really shocked with how many people got it. But I wanted to wait a few weeks before I used it again because I wanted to get some feedback. And I kid you not, every single person who has given me feedback on, you know, after getting this has given me a 10 out of 10 review, which makes me really happy because I'm glad people are seeing the power of a double cleanse, because it's not used often enough, I believe, in people's skincare routines. It's just so powerful. And if you guys are going to get this product, honestly, this is one of those products that you want to get online on their website. It's elemis.com. I'll put it down below because they do hook you up when you get, you know, products from their site. They give you complimentary samples in your package. You can test out different products that you may or may not like. They give you free shipping, and even they hooked us up with a discount code. It's the same one as last time. It's Spencer Glow. Listen, I don't get a commission or anything from it. It's 20% off. It's there if you want to use it. I don't know why you wouldn't want to use it. You get to save a coin. If you're going to invest in your skincare, you might as well be smart about it and save some money and cut some corners where you can. Okay, now that my skin is feeling really nice, it's feeling really clean, we're going to move on over to the next step, which is my exfoliator. I use the Dr. Brandt Microdermabrasion Age Defying Exfoliator, and I use literally the smallest amount of this. It's like the size of like a little pea, and this will be more than enough to use on my skin. I only use, honestly, an exfoliator maybe once a week because I really rely on chemical exfoliants such as AHAs and BHAs to do most of that work for me. But for the sake of staying true to showing you everything I use, today will be that one day a week. I choose to use this one right here after the cleansing balm because I feel like my skin, like the dead skin cells that have been sitting on top of my skin, have kind of softened from the balm. So it's the perfect time to go in with an exfoliator. What I like about this exfoliator is that the particles in it are so tiny. It literally gives me the same results I would get from a microdermabrasion treatment, which is really the only reason why I convinced myself to spend the $70 or $80 on it every single time. And yeah, it's kind of expensive, but like everything here, it's an investment, and it does last me a good 6 months. I mean, I've had this for at least 5 or 6 months, and I still have a ton of product in it. I don't feel like this one damages my skin either, which is really important because I find a lot of exfoliators you get or facial scrubs you get from drugstores, I just feel like my skin gets so damaged from those particles in it. And I can tell you that if you were to blindfold me and put this in one of my hands and, you know, the product in one hand and a less expensive one, drugstore facial scrub in another, I would know immediately right off the bat which one was the luxury high-end quality facial scrub. So again, that's why I convinced myself to invest in this every single time. It is really good, and my skin feels really soft after using it. Okay, once I've worked this in, I pretty much head back to my damp towelette and just wipe it off. You can even see after I use this exfoliator, my skin doesn't look irritated, you know? It doesn't look aggravated, it doesn't look irritated, it doesn't look overly red. I did get a skin treatment a couple weeks ago. My skin is still recovering from it. So there might be a little redness here and there. This is a blemish, I'm human, it happens. If I break out, this is usually the area where I break out in. So I'm really careful in that area for, well, you'll see with the future products I use here in a second. You'll see how I apply it in the best way so that I don't break out. Okay, for my last cleansing product, I'm using the Cetaphil Gentle Skin Cleanser. And this would technically be that second cleanser in the double cleanse process. I only used one pump of this, and then I apply it directly onto my face. I like this cleanser, and I've been using it for a while because it's simple, you know? For someone with pretty sensitive skin like myself, and not just sensitive skin, but reactive skin, meaning like the minute I go like this, I feel like my skin turns red. It's a really great product because it's fragrance-free, it's hyperallergenic, and it's basic. And I say basic in the nicest, most positive way. It's basic in the sense that there's not a whole lot of crazy ingredients added to it. It's not gonna aggravate my skin, and it's not gonna strip my skin of its natural oils, just like I was talking about with the Balm. It just makes it feel really nice and soothed. Especially after a physical exfoliator, I don't wanna go in with anything too crazy, so this is really the perfect cleanser for me, and you can pick it up pretty much anywhere at Target, CVS, Rite Aid, or nearest beauty store. It's everywhere. Okay, so now that I have this worked into the skin, I'm gonna head on over to the sink, rinse this completely, wash off any other body makeup I might have on, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, I am back. My skin is super clean and feels like a baby's bottom, so let's move on to the next product. The next product I'm using is this fresh black tea kombucha facial treatment essence. I just pour a good amount of this into the palm of my hand, mix it well, and just pat, 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 pat. Now, I'm gonna keep it 100% real with you on this one. This is definitely not one of those products that you need, but as you can see, I'm almost out of it for a reason, because I use it. Why do I use it? Because it smells divine. And this is coming from someone, as I said in the beginning, I don't even care for fragrances in my skincare unless it's a very particular scent. I like that very earthy, herbal, spa-like scent, and this has it. It smells so good. I wish you could smell it through the screen. Honestly, I don't even know if this does anything to my skin. I just use it because it smells so good. It's an essence, so it's one of those things in skincare that's, you know, it's optional, and it just contributes to a really nice experience. At the end of the day, this is what I look forward to every night, is washing my face and just getting ready for bed and winding down from a hectic day. And it just smells nice. When I apply it, I literally feel rich. I feel like I'm in a spa in the middle of Switzerland. I feel like I'm going somewhere in life and ain't no one holding me back. It's a vibe, it really is. So I use it because it smells good, and yeah, that's what I use. So as I wait for this essence to really settle into the skin, I'm gonna apply some eye product. What I'm using is this Cosmedix Opti Crystal Liquid Crystal Eye Serum. And how I use this is I apply the smallest amount to my ring finger and then just go in right underneath my eyes and just lightly tap it in. I don't get too close to the lash line here because I just don't feel like it's necessary. My eyes are pretty sensitive, and eventually this product will work its way around to that area anyways. Now, I'm not the biggest advocate for eye creams. I've always just used whatever facial moisturizer I'm using on the rest of my face and used that around my eyes. But I received this as a sample from an order I placed with a brand a while back, and after I used it, I really liked the hydration it gave to the skin around my eyes. I woke up and my face, or my, the area around my eyes still felt kind of sticky with the product, which I know isn't for everybody. But in my nighttime skincare routine, I like that. I really like occlusive products. I like my skin to feel kind of tacky a little bit, and yeah, so that's what it gave to me, and I really liked it. Now, I will say this is another kind of pricey product. Does it work? Yes. Will I purchase it again? Listen, I don't know. Here's the thing, although a lot of what I'm sharing with you today are my staple skincare products, there are a couple products here and there that I'll switch out from time to time. Moving on. All right, next I'm taking the Paula's Choice 2% BHA liquid exfoliant, and I'm pouring a good amount of this into a little cotton ball, and then gently going to take it across my face. I don't like to get this too close to my eyes, but I do take this across the general areas of my forehead, my cheekbones, my chin, and my nose. But you will notice as I apply this, as I apply any of my skincare, as I said, I'm not being too aggressive with it. I'm not dragging or tugging. I'm being really, really gentle with this. Now, as for this product, I'll tell you up front that it's a must-have. If you followed me on IG for a little while now, you know I swear by salicylic acid. I've used it every day since I was maybe 12 years old, and it's been one of the biggest contributors to how textureless my skin is. It helps really keep the pores clean by pushing out any dirt and oils that have built up, which makes it especially great for those of you who struggle with acne and or breakouts. I love this one from Paula's Choice because it doesn't leave your skin feeling super dry like, you know, salicylic acid can tend to do. It kind of leaves behind a slightly like tacky moisture, which I find to be really nice. Okay, so we are about halfway done with the skincare routine, and you can already see how everything is starting to really look like glass skin. Everything's coming together. It's looking a little shiny. It's looking healthy, and there's not a wrinkle to be found, and we love that. So the next product I'm using is this Rose Deep Hydration Oil-Infused Serum from Fresh. Y'all have seen me use this a countless amount of times on my channel, usually for the makeup tutorials. And what I do is I pour a small amount of this into the palm of my hand, mix it really well, and just like I did with the essence, I'm just patting this in. I really enjoy using this for both daytime and my nighttime skincare routine. And the reason I add this in my skincare routine is because it has that slight amount of oil in it that I really enjoy. A lot of the skincare products you'll notice are non-comedogenic that I use, and that's only because I have a history with severe cystic acne. By the looks of it, you would never know, but it's the truth. About 10 years ago, I had, I'm not gonna go really into a whole lot of detail about it, but I had a surgery and I developed a staph infection from it. And because of that, I somehow ended up getting really terrible cystic acne, specifically around this area of my face. So it is what it is. It sucks, but I've worked really hard to try to manage it and get it under control. So most of the products you'll notice I use are non-comedogenic, but I still feel my skin needs that little bit of hydration that it gets from an oil. So incorporating just the smallest amount of it into my routine has really been the perfect balance without breaking out my skin. All right, next I'm using the Cosmedix Refine Plus High Potency Refinishing Treatment, and I'm just using one pump of this on, two, I'm almost out. That's more than enough to last my whole face. So alongside of salicylic acid, a retinol is something I've also used nearly every day of my life since the age of 12. It's something else that I swear by. In fact, I've always used this brand called RETINOL, which, for those of you who don't know what it is, RETINOL is a brand name for tretinoin, which is a retinoid, which is a form of vitamin A. And what vitamin A does is it stimulates the cell turnover rate of your skin. RETINOL specifically isn't something that you can just go pick up in store. It's something that I have to get prescribed to me from my dermatologist. And while I still do use it, there are times where I just prefer something a little bit more gentle, such as the one I'm using here. This is something that you can get, you know, you don't need a prescription for it. You can get it over the counter. I get it from their website, Cosmedix, and this is a really good product. If you're just starting out with retinols, they do offer one that's not as potent as this one. And if you are just starting out with retinols, as I said, you're really going to want to ease your way on into this. It's important to note that skincare is a very individualistic thing. What might work for me may not work for you, and vice versa. So because I'm using this and the way I'm using it and the way I'm layering it up may not work for you, I'm just sharing with you what's worked for me and what's helped me achieve, you know, this glass-like skin result over the years. But it has been something that's been a work in progress over the years. If you're just starting out with retinols, you're not going to want to go in as heavy as I'm going in with today in terms of actives and the AHAs, the BHAs, the physical exfoliants. That's a lot for someone who's just starting out. It's a lot for someone who even has experience using these. But this has been something that I've been using for years, since again, like I was 12, and it's worked for me, and my skin has built up the tolerance. I joke around saying I have the skin of a dinosaur. It's really built up that tolerance to be able to handle the layering of all of these products. Now, if you're just starting out, for sure you're going to want to wear sunscreen with this. I mean, you should be wearing sunscreen every single day anyways, but especially whenever you're using chemical exfoliants, you got to wear your sunscreen. Even if you're not, wear your sunscreen, guys, every day. It's so crucial. I'm a huge advocate of sunscreen, especially in my situation. I've talked about it before, but I had vitiligo, so I don't even go out in the sun because I got that Cuban blood running through me. I tan so quickly, I get dark so quickly. But in an attempt to disguise my vitiligo patches, I choose not to go in the sun. I apply sunscreen every single day. I reapply throughout the day, and that's my norm. Even if that means I'm as white as a ghost, it is what it is, all right? But I will say, my skin, you'll never feel skin softer than mine. It is baby soft, and that's all because I take care of my skin. So moral of the story, take care of your skin and wear your sunscreen. All right, guys, we are officially on the very last step of my skincare routine, and the very last product I'm using is this Evercalm Overnight Recovery Balm from Ren. And this is definitely the thickest of all the products I'm using here today. I'm just taking the smallest amount here to my ring finger before really working it into my hands and melting the balm down. And I just press it right on top of the highest points of my cheekbones, a little bit on my forehead, on my chin, even use it as a lip balm a little bit, and then just mix it into my hands as well. I really enjoy using this product because it's that one occlusive product that I have. It's the last step where it just locks in all the moisture and all the skincare products I used up until this point. And there we have it, kids. This officially makes for the end of my glass skin skincare routine. If you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to drop them down below in the comments. I'm really going to try to spend as much time today and tomorrow answering as many questions as possible. Also, today, the day that I post this video, which is Wednesday, February 24th, I'm going live on my Instagram at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to conduct this same exact skincare routine, and there I'll be able to answer your questions as well and interact with you and talk with you guys. And yeah, so set your timer for that if you want to attend. And if you can't, or if you've missed it and you're watching this after the fact, then of course, as I said, drop your questions down below and I'll answer as many as I possibly can, because anything that I can do to get you where you want to be with your skincare goals, I want to be able to do. So with all that said, thank you all so much for watching this video, and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye.